Hey guys, this is Riley. I'm doing this for my Caitlyn guide on locking, which will be in the description. Um, I'm in this game. I'm leaning against Jinx and Thresh, and my support is Leona. And I'll try to show you how to win this matchup and give you general tips on playing Caitlyn. I'm fast forwarding right now because it's just level 1. I was trying to scout the bottom entrance into blue, so they wouldn't sink into there. Once we figure out which buff we're starting at, I'm just gonna help fiddle with it. Then I'm gonna try to get to lane, and I'm gonna push right away because I want to get level 2 before they do. Because if Thresh gets level 2 before you, he can just all-in you and kill you right away. I use my Q to help me push. That's why I take Q level 1, is to help me get level 2 before them. And then every time Jinx goes for a last hit, I'm gonna try to auto her, unless I'm hitting a creep at the moment. And then when I have more creeps than her, I can just auto her at any time, because I don't have to worry about taking too much minion damage. So now we hit level 2 at the same time somehow. I think it's because Jinx didn't share XP with Thresh on one of the creeps. Right now, what I'm going to want to do is try to sneak in autos on Jinx when she's last hitting. And then I can trade with her if I land my Q after we trade, like, auto attacks. And then I'm gonna keep the creep advantage, so, like, I can hide behind creeps to not get Thresh Q'd. And if Jinx tries to, like, trade with me at close range, she'll take damage from my creeps. To like dominate a lane with Caitlyn, you want to use your auto attacks a lot, because you should either be pushing your lane or harassing constantly. Caitlyn's really good at winning lane hard. Jinx is trying really hard to push back, and she's kind of good at it because of the AoE with her Q, but I'm keeping the creep advantage so far. Like right now, Leona could kill her, but I can't control her, so I'm just trying to harass as well as I can and keep the creep advantage. So this lane gets pretty boring because Leona's not confident or just bad at landing E, I'm not really sure. So I'm just gonna keep doing the same thing. I've slowed down my aggression a bit because Leona doesn't have wards. So at this point I'm just trying to farm up till I get my BF sword. Then once I have that, hopefully I'll have enough damage for any fight that happens. Then I'm taking free autos. I mean, I'm autoing them whenever I can for free. Right now I'm really scared of Lissandra because her E range is really high. Right there, Leona took a lot of free damage, so I'm sort of in a bad spot. I already used my potion, so I just cannot afford to take any more damage. I thought about backing here, but I'm really close to having gold for BF sword. And like the biggest reason I didn't back there is because there's a cannon minion I want to get, because that's a lot of golden XP. So right now I'm just trying to stay alive until I get a chance to get to recall. I'm hoping I can do it without losing too much. See guys. I have enough gold for BF sword now, so I'm just waiting for a cover in my lane or something. Nothing's gonna happen for a bit, so you'll just see me trying to get less hits without dying. Leona landed her first E of the game and it saved me, so I got lucky there. Yeah. The way you lose the lane with Caitlyn is getting caught with skill shots most of the time. It was really bad of me to get threshold there. And I got lucky that I didn't get hit by that skill shot. So now I buy my BF sword. Now my harass is like a big deal. If they take free autos like they were earlier in the game, then they'll die or have to leave lane. So I'm gonna try to play aggressive. Notice I bought 2 health potions. I'm gonna pop one as soon as like a fight happens because getting 150 extra health is a pretty good advantage. There I was too far up by myself. I was trying to push because I like having creep advantage, but it probably would have been better to wait for Leona. I popped both of my potions here because I'm missing a lot of health, but I don't want to recall. So I have 6% lifesteal from my runes, and then these potions are running, so hopefully I'll get back to full health before something happens. Right there, Thresh barely hits my trap when he flashes on top of it. So I was able to get a lot of damage on him before Jinx got on me. Now I ran away. And here, I should play that back so you can actually see what happened. So I barely lived just by running away when I knew I couldn't take any more hits. Then I ulted once I was out of range. The time you want to use Caitlyn ult is not when you could be autoing, but you want to use it when like you don't have the chance to auto, but you still need to do damage. And luckily Leona was able to get that kill, so we're actually winning the lane now. I'm gonna go back. I might have money for Bloodthirster, which would be great. No, I don't quite have it this time. But now with this Vamp Scepter, anytime I survive a trade, I'll be able to heal back to full health soon and get back to poking them. So I'm gonna look to start fights and then disengage once I'm around half HP, unless I like have the kill. I've been fortunate to not get ganked by Lissandra this game, really, except like one failed one. So I've been able to keep up the pressure, which means I'm getting farmed and hopefully I'll be able to carry my team. Once Jinx hits a high level, her range gets really annoying, so you have to like kind of outplay her to win. The fact that her mobility is bad helps a lot, because like Leona can get a lot of CC on her. I kinda wasted that gank. I was too far back when Zed went in. I thought my ult would be enough damage, but Zed didn't do as much as I was expecting. But we did send their carry back, so it's a good time to do Dragon. If we get this Dragon, we'll be feeling really good about our chances of winning this game. Now that we got it, we could just all start winning our lanes with that small advantage we just got. And hopefully we'll turn this game into a win. The enemy late game's kind of scary because Kale's like blatantly OP, but we're ahead enough that we should be fine. I got my Bloodthirster now, so I can just put tremendous pressure on this lane. Like, anytime I'm not getting ganked, I should be bullying them at this point. There, I got pulled, which was a mistake, but I was able to get out before I died, and then I ulted so I could keep contributing. And it ended up securing a kill. And then Fiddle's fed now, so hopefully he'll be able to get Zonias and make some good engages happen. We push the tower because we want to give the global gold to our team. And now, like, we could look to like push out our lane, then go mid, or we could split push and start stealing their golems. Either one will give us an advantage. I think the play here is to like push and try to bully them 2v2 until Fiddle gets Zonias, then we're gonna want to group as 5. So I recalled because I just got a lot of gold from the kill in the tower, so I bought my level 2 boots. This is like your core on Caitlyn. It's a decent mix of damage and mobility and sustain. And I failed my E there, so that was bad. Right now, we're sort of blind over here, so I'm sitting back in my jungle. I guess I should put on team view. I got hit by a lot of stuff there, so I need to run. Luckily I survived long enough for Fid to get there. I should have kept running instead of trying to Q there. I thought I was in like a blind spot in their vision. But it's working out so far. My team's able to clean up after a lot of stuff got used on me. It's still bad that I died, but luckily I got them to use a lot of spells, I guess. So now I'll focus back on myself. I bought a dagger there because I'm working towards Phantom Dancer. That item will just help me with mobility and damage pretty much. It's pretty straightforward. Right there I traded with Kale until I couldn't take any more damage, then I'm probably gonna go lifesteal with my Bloodthirster. It's pretty easy for me to get my HP back when I have this item. So I can afford to like trade with someone and lose half my health if I just go lifesteal after that. I ended up recalling because I had to go bottom and I didn't want to walk through the jungle because we don't have wards there. I did see Lissandra spells over there, so I'm gonna go try to steal the white with Q. I don't get it though. Lissandra fell really behind, I think. I don't think she's good at farming in the jungle until she finishes her Spectral Wraith item, so the fact that she didn't get early kills helped my team a lot. I'm still really scared of her like jumping on me and stunning me late game, so I'm gonna have to play like behind my teammates. Right now my team's grouping, I'm trying to push out this lane quickly, that's why I use Q on creeps and stuff. Now I'm gonna go help my team with Dragon. Actually, there's not going to be a dragon right now because we're fighting. Trading my ult for Kill's ult is pretty good because mine's just sort of trying to do a bit of damage while hers like has so much potential. Right there, I almost got a kill over the wall. I didn't want to go over because if I got CC'd by Thresh, I would die. A lot of getting good with Caitlyn is like practicing so you know how much damage you can take. Like as you see, like I get out with low HP a lot, and that's like just trying to maximize my potential. You might call me lucky, but like I've been trying pretty hard to calculate this as I go. So now I'm pretty close to having gold for Phantom Dancer, so I'm just farming. I don't think my team's ready to try Dragon yet, so I'm gonna recall and buy my Phantom Dancer. I actually didn't have enough gold for it, but I started building the pieces. Now I'm gonna clear this wave as fast as I can, so I can go to my team. They started Dragon without me, which I didn't really agree with, but it's working out so far. I was able to get a kill without really being in the fight, just because my ult is very long range. I don't think it's the best ult in the game, but if you use it right, you can get some kills with it. After we got them dead, we decided to push. The big reason like I'm rushing Bloodthirster instead of like a Blade of the Ruined King is because Bloodthirster's better for killing towers. Especially when you have attack speed with it. Like after I win a fight, I can lifesteal up and then start hitting the towers and killing them pretty quickly. I almost picked off Jinx with my Q there, but it didn't quite work out, so I'm just gonna back off. I for sure have gold for Phantom Dancer now, so I have something worth recalling for. I buy my Phantom Dancer and start working towards Last Whisper, just cause I want to be able to kill Shyvana if she tries to jump in my team. Luckily, Shyvana like built purely for Singed, so I haven't needed Last Whisper yet. Now she has a Sunfire, so I'm not gonna hurt her very much for the next few minutes until I finish Last Whisper. I got the red buff because it's really good on Caitlyn. You're able to get a lot of autos off in fights because of how much range you have, so that means you're applying red buff a lot. Now I'm just gonna try to farm just because my team's not doing anything. I'd like for us to be pressuring the map while we're ahead, but I can't really force them to, and I'm not gonna start fighting with my team. So for now I'm just gonna farm, and if we sit around for too long I'm just gonna ask my team if we can start pushing. Right there I'm just trying to trade some damage with Kale, because I can lifesteal easily, where if she wants to heal herself she'll run out of mana pretty quick. Kale does more damage than me, but I'm gonna look to beat her just by using my range advantage. Now nothing's really happening. I think Fid could like be looking to engage now that since he has his ult and Zonia's, but until he decides to, I just have to farm and try to be near in case something happens. The benefit of another benefit of having all their towers down is that I've been able to farm their wraiths a lot, so it's just an extra source of gold. And on the other hand, they are not getting these wraiths. There I got caught, but we were ahead enough that it doesn't matter. I don't really regret playing aggressive, but obviously I could have done a better job of not dying. It worked out for Fid. Hopefully after the triple kill he'll be more willing to engage. Because now it's like obvious to him that he's strong. I got my last whisper now, so I'm feeling really good about my damage. We can do Baron or anything we want, really. There I was able to get a really good trap to help my teammate. I just placed it in his path, and luckily Shyvana stepped on it. I ulted instead of autoing there because I thought Shiv might flash over the wall to try to survive. Usually, just for pure DPS, once you have attack speed, you'd rather be autoing than ulting. Now, like, we've pretty much won the game. We just have to close it before Kale gets 6 items. So I think at this point I'm actively like telling my team that we should group. Like there's no debating the fact that we're ahead enough to win a fight. I steal wraiths again, just using the pressure we have from having their turrets down. Now I'm just gonna keep trying to get my team to group. Luckily my team put pressure top, which means I can put pressure mid. I got some damage on the tower, but nothing crazy. And now I get to wait for my team to do something. It might be best to wait for Singed to respawn. So we might just chill back unless someone gets caught by Fiddlesticks. And someone did. I ulted because I wasn't close enough to like help before they ran. Unfortunately my ult got blocked. Now Shyvana's jumping on me, but I have last whisper, so I'm actually able to do a lot of damage to her, luckily. I flashed away as soon as Lysandra started jumping in because she can CC lock me for more than I can deal with. I don't have any resists yet. I'll probably build GA next item just because I don't want to die to Shyvana. And she has mixed damage. Luckily my auto caught kill. Caitlyn's pretty good when she's ahead because her range allows her to keep shooting through a lot of circumstances. There I got caught, that was bad of me. Now I'm probably still telling my team that we can group and win. I ended up going for BF sword because I figured I can kite them, I guess. My team's going crazy without me, but they got some kills anyways because we're really ahead. Hopefully we'll be able to close this game out. I guess you can see the final time. Like we end up winning, we just force Baron. Fiddle with Spectral Wraith takes no damage from Baron when he's LBing it, so it's pretty low risk for us to do it. So now I'm just waiting for my team to make a play. I'm not really an initiator. My only way to engage is like putting myself out in the open to get jumped on, which isn't ideal. It worked earlier, but I'd rather not do it now because Kale's starting to get really strong. So I finally got my team to do Baron. Fiddle could be tanking it, but I guess we're letting Leona tank it just so we can do maximum damage. Fiddle hit the smite, now we just gotta clean up pretty much. The other team came close enough that we can fight them. They only have one guy left, so it's easy for us to push an end right now. And it looks like they'll surrender any second. So that's pretty much my guide. I'll probably make videos for the other matchups once I play them with the recording going on. But I hope it works out for you guys. Good luck.